Hello, everyone. Welcome to another session of Wellness Wednesday. I'm your host, Dr. Manjiri Nadkarni. I'm an Ayurvedic MD, registered holistic nutritionist, base allergy consultant. And today we are going to talk about another great topic. We are going to talk about boosting your digestion, especially your acid and enzyme secretion naturally. So, this is exactly what we call Agni in Ayurveda. So, Agni represents the metabolic principle of digestion. And especially when we are looking at the group of your stomach acid, which is helping you break down all the proteins and the enzymes that help you break down more of the protein as well as pick up all the nutrients from your food, so that those are the function of the enzymes. Without a strong acid, you are going to always be depleted in minerals. So you may eat the best quality food, but if you are not breaking it down, if you have insufficient acid, you are not going to extract the minerals like iron, calcium, magnesium from your food. If you don't have proper functioning enzymes, you are going to be unable to break down the carbohydrates, proteins, and fats and be able to utilize that for your body. So, that is one of the reasons why having a really strong digestive secretions is super important. And that is why in Ayurveda, we always talk about protecting your Agni and really boosting your Agni. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today from a natural perspective. So, number one thing to do to boost your acid and enzyme secretion naturally is to pay attention to the food you're eating, right? Eating your food should be a solitary activity. You cannot watch TV when you're eating. You cannot multitask when you're eating. If you have a poor digestion and you are working while grabbing an energy bar, or you're working your computer and trying to grab a quick bite, your brain is engaged in the activity. There are no signals sent to your digestive tract. You are not going to secrete those enzymes. So number one thing you have to do is to focus on the food and take away all the distractions from the process of eating. The process of eating is the process of nourishing yourself. And if you are someone who is too busy to nourish yourself, of course, you are going to have a weak digestion. The second tip that I want to give to especially people who are extremely stressed or anxious is to put one hand on your heart, one on the belly, and take a minimum of 3 to 5 deep belly breaths. You should experience your hand as well as your belly, your hands on your chest and belly completely expanding as you breathe in and contracting slightly when you breathe out, right? So, what this is going to activate your vagus nerve. Your vagus nerve is the most important nerve in the parasympathetic system because that is going to activate your digestion. So, something as simple as taking a deep breath and focusing on the food are two things that you can do anytime without the use of any supplements. Making sure you have a great vagal tone is going to help your body recover faster from stress as well, because that is your parasympathetic nerve. You need it to recuperate from any kind of stressors, right? Some other ways you can boost your vagal tone is by singing or humming, splashing cold water on your face is another way, but you're not going to do that when you're eating. So, something as simple as belly breathing, deep breathing before you have your meal is super essential. And this is one of the reasons why, across different cultures, we pray before we have our meals, right? So, any culture you come across, you will always find this practice of sitting together, not working, just sitting, being in the company of loved ones, making sure you're praying before you eat. Super important to activate your parasympathetic system. The third one that I'm going to tell you is something that nobody does enough, and that is chewing your food. Nobody chews their food well. Even if you are a slow eater, you may not be chewing your food as much as required, and you may be and just taking your own sweet time and maybe getting distracted in the middle of the meal. if you are a slow eater. So you want to make sure that you're chewing your food until it is applesauce consistency. Yes, minimum of 30 times is what's required. If you can't count to 30 with each bite, make sure the bolus, the food in the mouth, is turning into applesauce consistency before you swallow, and only then should you swallow your food. That is going to ensure proper mixing of the saliva. Your saliva has enzymes like amylases, which are going to start digesting the carbs. One of the reasons why, if you chew it long enough, bread is going to start tasting sweet. So you ensure that your food has been broken down to tiny particles. Digestion has started in the mouth, and then it's way easier for the stomach to digest the pre-digested food. Also, when you chew well, all the particles are broken down into tiny particles, or big pieces are broken down into tiny particles, and that also ensures that you have a larger surface area for your enzymes to act. So three simple things. You absolutely do not require to spend any money. You absolutely do not require to take anything else. Focus on your food. Make sure you are activating your vagus nerve by one hand on the chest, one on the belly, and chew your food extremely well. Three simple things to do, right? What's next? Now we can talk about exactly what foods can you eat that are going to help boost your digestive capacity. These are some foods that are going to naturally help you secrete your digestive enzymes. One of the best ones here is ginger. Ginger in Ayurveda is understood as the best digestive anti inflammatory, whether you are using fresh ginger known as ardrak, or whether you're using dry ginger known as shunthi, right? So, whether it's dry, whether it's fresh, you are going to digest your food extremely well if you start incorporating ginger in your diet. You can simply grate ginger and marinate the meats you're cooking, or you can add it to your dressing if you're a vegetarian or a vegan. Make sure you add ginger every time you're cooking beans and lentils, because these can be gassy and harder to digest, and the ginger will ensure that you're completely digesting your beans and lentils. Other spices that boost digestion are turmeric, peppermint, asafoetida, black pepper, cinnamon, pretty much all spices, rosemary, thyme, oregano, any spice that you absolutely enjoy, saffron, everything's going to boost your digestion and boost your digestive secretions, especially your acid as well as enzyme. And you can incorporate any spices that you enjoy in your meals. If you are someone who's a very plain or a bland eater, salt, ensuring you have black salt, which is the more potent salt, which is going to help with digestion and stimulate your digestive juices, is important. Black salt is a little pungent, has a little more sulfur, is also very detoxifying. You can find it in any of the Indian grocery stores. We have one called Bazaar 365 in Sarnia. Asafoetida is another pungent spice that helps aid the digestion, especially digestion of anything that's gassy, beans, lentils, cruciferous vegetables. And this helps boost your digestive secretions, your acid, as well as your enzyme secretion. Now that we've talked about herbs and spices, I'm going to talk about something that is extremely commonly used by pretty much everyone today, and that is apple cider vinegar. So, if you are someone who's using apple cider vinegar either now or have used it before, just write it in the comments. Or if you have a favorite spice to boost your digestion, you can also mention that in the comments below. Apple cider vinegar is a weaker acid. It is a very weak acetic acid, and that can help support your stomach acid. It is also alkalizing to the body. It has a lower pH, and having apple cider vinegar before your meals is a great idea. You can start your morning with a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar in a cup of warm water, and that will help boost your digestion. If you are someone who's struggling with ulcerative conditions, I would avoid this, right? So you don't want to increase more acid if you have too much acid already. You can also use lemon or lime, which have citric acid. They also have ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C. You can put some lime, lemon juice in your water and drink it in the morning, and that is going to give your digestion a boost. Third is foods that contain natural enzymes. Kiwi is a phenomenal fruit if you are struggling with digesting your proteins, and also if you are constipated, right? So, if you are struggling with protein digestion, if you are on the constipated side, incorporating kiwi as a fruit in your diet is going to be great for you. Other fruits like pineapple, slightly on the raw side, you don't want a completely ripe one, it's going to have less enzymes, as well as papaya are super amazing at helping you digest your food naturally. So we have covered 4 points. We've talked about the first three, which have more to do with just being focusing on the food, eating, calming your system, activating your vagus nerve. Then we discussed how to naturally, through your food, include foods that support your digestion. The fifth part here is you can try some natural supplements that will boost your acid and enzyme secretion. So you can definitely add on certain digestive enzymes. Digestive enzymes are available in different health food stores. If you visit us as Blue Water Nutrition, we can help you pick the enzyme that's going to work best for you. Certain enzymes will contain ox bile, which is super important for breaking down the fats. If you don't have a gallbladder, you should be taking ox bile supplements. If you are someone who has very low stomach acid, there are also certain enzyme formulations that will contain the acid along with the ox bile, along with different enzymes. If you have an extremely weak digestion, there are pancreatic enzymes. Those are super strong, really help you with digestion. And there are also plant based enzymes for people who are vegetarians or vegans, and they are extremely potent as well. They are suitable for vegetarians, vegans, but super potent at helping you digest your food. So if you come to Blue Water Nutrition, we can definitely help you choose the exact enzyme that you will require for your digestion. That's the fifth part of today's talk. So, digestive enzymes. Now, in my opinion, I usually recommend digestive enzymes from point A to point B, but you should make sure that you don't 100% rely on them all the time, and you take measures by incorporating different natural herbs that will start boosting your own acid and enzyme secretion. You can also get different enzymes that do contain ginger or turmeric. That's also going to support your digestion and lower the inflammation in your digestive tract. So, this is today's topic, how to naturally boost your acid and enzyme secretion. I have covered 5 points. Please let me know which is your favorite point. Are you taking a specific herb to boost your acid and enzyme secretion? I would absolutely love to know. If you have any more information you want to share with me, that will be fantastic as well. I am hosting the Ayurveda Spring Reset, which starts on Monday. It is a group reset with 17 like minded women. We have 17 sign ups, some more on the way. That is going to support you, boost your digestion, as well as lower the inflammation, as well as cut through the kapha, which is dominant this season. So it's a group reset for 7 days. If you are interested, please let me know. I'll share the details below, and you're most welcome to join me. For next week's Wellness Wednesday, we are going to talk about digestive anti inflammatory foods. So, we are going to talk about specific foods that are going to lower your digestive inflammation specifically, and how to incorporate them into your day to day life. So, that's what we are going to talk about the next session. Thank you all for watching. Have a fantastic evening, and I will see you next week, Wednesday, for the next Wellness Wednesday. Bye for now.